Hi, everyone. I am Robin Shalia Grant, your personal singing agent. And I'm so glad to be here before you today on the Elevate YouTube channel, where I share empowering views and messages, things to hopefully motivate you and inspire you to just level up, have better businesses and finances and all the things surrounding that, just improving our lives in every way, but especially in the entrepreneurial space when it comes to life insurance agencies. So, with that said, let's talk about it. Today, something has been really near and dear to my heart, and this subject keeps coming up for me in multiple ways. So, I just want to explore it and unpack it with you all because that's what we do here. And the word is community. Listen, together we are stronger, okay? Stronger together, building wealth and legacy through our communities. It's vital and it's possible, especially in today's times, okay? So, just a brief word about me. I'm Robin Shalia Grant, and I have a background in finance as well as music. And I'm just so grateful for this opportunity to share some things that I've learned with you and things that I'm working through and experiencing right now. And so I realized that a part of how I'm able to do what I've been able to do from birth has been community. I was born into a community, a family, right? I think that's our first community, our family, whatever that might look like for you. And then from there, it was church, it was school, it was other organizations, dance organizations. Shout out to Kids and Dance. But all these different things and curricular activities, my neighborhood, that my parents put me in. Also, my grandparents were a big part of also helping me to grow and providing a community and a family reunions, extended family. So all of this has been people who have surrounded me in a tight knit fashion that I've been able to lean on, that have cared for me, that have kept it real with me and held me accountable, and punished me when necessary, right? So they've also praised me and uplifted me. So all of these things really, really do make a difference. Okay. So let's unpack this. Number one, I want you to think about this question. How has your community influenced your financial mindset? So, our community impacts us in so many different ways when we think about our upbringing. But what about our career right now and how we think about money? Are those two linked or are they separate? Do we think about money in a totally different context? Is that not connected to your career or even your passion? How has the people that are in your community currently or in the past shaped your mindset surrounding your financial outcomes or money? Your mindset when it comes to that. Okay, so I want to say that community can be those surrounding us. It's a network of people, and that can be either through an organization, it could be locally. It could be, like I said, your neighborhood earlier. It could be an organization that's near and dear to your heart that you're a part of. It could even be an online community, like perhaps the people that you're connected to through friendships, likes, comments, followers, whatever that looks like for you online. And then also your professional community. So that could be the people that you work with, the people that you employ or hire, or that you do contract work with, even those leaders in your organization. So there are so many different forms of community, even with our hobbies, whatever that looks like, where there's a group that comes together on a consistent basis, that's your community. And sometimes you don't even know. I'll take this and use this as an example because there's certain grocery stores that I frequent consistently. And my gym, I frequent consistently. I definitely have a gym community. So after you see the same people a few different times, you start kind of checking in with each other. Hey, how you doing today? That kind of stuff. At the farmer's market I went to today, I typically get pineapples, right? And the guy who works in that section, he saw me today and actually spoke, asked me how I was doing. I see him all the time, and we have, a quick little short banter. I saw him just in a slightly different location than he's usually in. But he recognized me and he said something. Just the whole small little things mean so much. They seem small, but they're big because we're recognizing each other. Hey, we're in community here. Okay. So one of the great things that are reflected in a community is that you can have shared values and goals. If you're going to the gym, and this is your gym community, most likely you all have similar goals as far as staying healthy, getting more fit, staying fit. There are some similarities there. You might even want to both be, or multiple people might want to be losing weight or bulking up, whichever direction we're going. But usually when it's January and you're seeing a lot of the same people, the goal is to lose weight. We know how that goes. But the point is, at the gym, there are similar values and goals. Just like at a church or religious institution, when you're coming together with other believers or other people of your faith, there are going to be some very similar values, right? Values and principles that you all follow, which make you community. And so you'll see that throughout different communities, even in families, even though we know not everybody gets along in families, not everybody has the same viewpoint in families, but there's going to be some sort of through line, even if it's only the bloodline. We know how that goes. But so there's so many great things that come along with communities, right? I've already talked about shared values and the commonality in community. But what about the opportunities to network? Some people might be a part of professional organizations, or just going to a friend's birthday party or even wedding. That is community. And you never know who you might meet at some of these events and gatherings that you could help them and on their journey with something they've been looking to do, and vice versa. So it's just a great opportunity to meet people or see people that you already know, talk about things. And it's amazing when you discover that you and someone else who's a part of your community have something similar going on and you can actually help each other. Similar interests, that goes it goes so far. And it's such a wonderful thing to come across. Also, I've noticed that usually when we leverage our community to network, it can really help us to advance towards whatever those goals are. It's power within the community and power in networking in our communities. It makes me think of actually someone who's been going viral lately. If you notice, you may or may not have heard of his story, but I'm just so blown away by it. And it amazes me because I see some commonalities there. He could be my great uncle. Mr. Tendernism, for those of you who've heard of him, he's like become a part of almost like a national global community now. But just seeing how he was able to just network with someone he didn't even know. He helped to build up that business. Now he's off on his own. There's a whole story there. And he's been able to, because he's had these viral videos, he's grown his community and been able to enlarge his territory. And it's offered so many more opportunities to him. And there's just so many stories of that. People who, were going down one path, they meet someone else in some way in their community. And then it just, takes them out to the stratosphere. And sometimes it's not just about the stratosphere, just getting to the next level. Sometimes we need a little bit of help just getting over that hump. Okay. And so by being plugged in to community, I'm going to say this word so many times, it can help us with that. Now, some tips that can help you with effective networking are attending events. That's right. Being willing to put yourself out there, not just going to the event and being a wallflower, as they say, but no, actually communicating with others and being willing to get out of your comfort zone and talk to people that you don't know. And I know for the extroverts, this is just a way of life. But for the introverts, this could feel like, so very, very uncomfortable. But our goals and what we're going for is on the other side of our comfort zone, okay? Outside of it, typically. Also, you can join groups. You could join a meetup group. You can join a professional group. Just some interest that you have. If you have a hobby, something you've always wanted to do, join a group of other like-minded, interested people. that's great to build community as well. And we all know about the social media community. I mean, here we are right now communicating via social media. I'm just saying. So that's definitely an effective way to network with others and help to build up your own community.